What if the secret to building lasting wealth wasn't hidden in complex algorithms or insider trading, but in a series of forgotten rules, discovered not by a Wall Street titan, but by a young data scientist chasing a phantom signal in the digital noise of the 2008 crash? This isn't just an investing guide. It's the story of Ilara Vance, a Canadian graduate student whose discovery of the quantum portfolio model, a system based on 5 bedrock principles, showed her that the path to financial freedom in the modern age has been hiding in plain sight. She wasn't an analyst. She was a student of chaos, and she found the simplicity buried beneath the complexity. The secret wasn't what she invested in, but how she structured her approach. The market didn't need a supercomputer, it needed a blueprint. This is that blueprint. Prepare to unlearn what the gurus have taught you. These are the 5 simple rules that changed everything for the average investor, allowing them to ride the waves of tech disruption, inflation, and global uncertainty and secure a financial future that others only dream of. Your journey to the wealth blueprint begins now. Chapter 1: The Ghost in the Machine. Uncovering Rule Number 1: The Readiness Principle. The story begins in Toronto, 2012. Ilara Vance, 24, a doctoral student in computational physics, wasn't interested in finance. She was interested in anomalies, patterns that shouldn't exist. Her workspace, a cluttered corner in a University of Toronto lab, smelled of lukewarm coffee and the ozone from her aging monitor. Her real-life financial situation, however, was a chaotic mess. A hefty student loan from the Royal Bank of Canada, RBC, a maxed-out credit card from a poorly managed move, and an emergency fund that was essentially a bag of loose change. Her dissertation was on stochastic resonance in complex systems, essentially finding meaningful signals in massive amounts of noise. One evening, deep in a data set simulating global market volatility between 2007 and 2009, she stumbled upon a persistent, counterintuitive signal. While everyone was fixated on the subprime mortgage meltdown, Ilara noticed that the retail investor, the everyday person in London, Sydney, and New York, had abandoned the market too early, often just as the recovery was about to begin. The noise wasn't the crash, the noise was the emotional, unprepared exit. This observation, purely mathematical at first, forced her to look at her own financial life. If she, a student of structure, had no financial foundation, how could she expect to analyze the market? She realized the first, most fundamental mistake absolute beginners make: investing before being ready. The discovery of rule number 1: secure the foundation before the first brick. Rule number 1: the readiness principle, the pre-investment firewall. Investing is not about making money quickly. It is about deploying surplus capital responsibly. The modern investor must build a 3-part firewall before even looking at a brokerage account: the emergency buffer, the 6-month shield, 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses, rent, food, minimum debt payments stashed in a high-interest savings account or a high-yield cash ISA for UK audiences. This capital is the emotional armor against market dips. High-interest debt annihilation. Any debt with an interest rate above 6 to 7%, credit cards, high-interest personal loans, must be paid off. Mathematically, paying 20% interest is a guaranteed 20% return on your money. No investment can reliably beat that. The goal alignment check. Define the why. Are you saving for a house in Vancouver, 5-year horizon, lower risk, or for retirement in the Gold Coast, 40-year horizon, higher risk? The time horizon is the key to all subsequent decisions. Ilara's application of this rule was a revelation. She spent 6 months methodically crushing her student loan and building her survival fund. It felt slow, but the feeling of control was astonishing. She wasn't just ready to invest, she was emotionally bulletproofed against the inevitable market fluctuations. This was the first module of her future wealth blueprint. And the narrative continues with Ilara facing a difficult choice between continuing her pure research and applying her model to the messy world of finance, eventually leading her to the second rule. Chapter 2: The Global Canvas of Risk. Uncovering Rule Number 2: Diversification in the Digital Age. Ilara secured her foundation. Now, she was ready to deploy her surplus. Her initial thought, like most beginners in the US, Canada, or Australia, was simple: buy what I know. The tech stocks dominating the headlines, the early seeds of the FANG generation. But her data showed another anomaly. The 2008 crisis wasn't just American, it was global. The countries that recovered fastest often had diverse economic drivers. For example, resource exports in Australia, strong banking in Canada. Focusing solely on one sector, tech, or one country, US, was a high-risk gamble. Her research showed that true stability came from investing in the global economy itself, not just its most famous players. The discovery of rule number 2, the basket, not the single apple. Rule number 2, diversification, the global index principle. Forget trying to pick the next Amazon. The most powerful tool for the beginner investor is the exchange-traded fund, ETF, specifically broad market index funds that track thousands of companies globally. Geographic diversification. Instead of just the S&P 500, US, invest in a fund that holds US, Canadian, UK, European, and emerging market stocks. For example, a total world stock ETF, or combined Vanguard, BlackRock, or Fidelity funds covering the major global indexes. Sector diversification. The fund automatically holds tech, healthcare, finance, energy, and consumer goods. When one sector slumps, another is often rising. The modern solution. The three-fund portfolio. For most beginners in the target audience, the simple set-it-and-forget-it portfolio is often the winner. Total World Stock ETF, the growth engine. Total Bond ETF, the stabilizer/break. Real estate investment trusts, REITs, or physical real estate, the inflation hedge. Ilara began by allocating her investment capital across these three buckets using a low-cost Canadian brokerage account, replicating the strategy in a hypothetical US account for her model. It was boringly effective. The global index funds provided a smooth ride, soaking up the volatility of individual stock news. She wasn't chasing a unicorn, she was owning the whole forest. Chapter 3: The Tyranny of Today. Uncovering rule number 3, the time principle. Ilara's investing journey hit its first emotional test in 2013, when her global index fund portfolio dipped 8% after a global economic scare. Her instinct screamed, "Sell! Cut your losses!" This is where her physics training provided the most surprising insight. In complex systems, short-term noise is meaningless. Only long-term trends matter. The average investor, she realized, acts like a day trader, panicked by 24-hour news cycles from CNN, BBC, and Bloomberg. They confuse a 12-month dip with a permanent collapse. The discovery of rule number 3: time is your greatest asset, not capital. Rule number 3: the time principle. Embracing volatility and compounding. The single most powerful force in investing is compounding, but it requires two non-negotiable elements: time and discipline. The 10-year test. True investing should be done with money you will not need for at least 10 years. This gives your capital time to weather recessions. The market has always recovered, given enough time. Dollar cost averaging, DCA. Rather than trying to time the market, which is a fool's errand,
Commit to investing a fixed amount of money, for example, $500 Canadian per month, £300 per month, at a fixed interval. When the market is down, your fixed amount buys more shares. When the market is up, it buys fewer shares. Over time, your average cost is optimized. The emotional hedge. Stop checking your portfolio every day. Checking it once a quarter is enough. Elara realized that excessive monitoring was the biggest threat to rule number 3 because it amplified short-term fear. Her solution was to automate her investing. She set up an automatic transfer from her bank account to her brokerage account on the first of every month. She literally removed the human emotion from the process. When the market dipped, her standing order simply bought more shares at a discount. The panic turned into a quiet, rational advantage. The narrative shifts to Elara completing her PhD, securing a high-paying job, and now having significant capital to invest. This introduces the complexity of taxation and the necessity of optimizing returns for maximum wealth.
Chapter 4. The Silent Partner. Uncovering rule number 4, the tax optimization principle. With a steady high income, Elara's portfolio grew rapidly. She was hitting the upper contribution limits for her Canadian tax-advantaged accounts. She discovered a staggering truth. For the average investor, taxes are the single largest expense that can be legally minimized. A 30% capital gains tax can wipe out years of disciplined investing. The discovery of rule number 4, the tax-efficient toolkit. Rule number 4, the tax optimization principle, the legal shield. The intelligent investor understands that their jurisdiction, US, UK, Canada, or Australia, offers powerful government-approved vehicles to protect their gains. In the US, max out the 401k, especially the employer match, which is free money, and the Roth IRA, tax-free growth and withdrawals in retirement. In Canada, max out the TFSA for complete tax-free growth and the RRSP for a registered retirement savings plan for a tax deduction today. In the UK, utilize the ISA, specifically the Stocks and Shares ISA, for tax-free gains. In Australia, optimize contributions to superannuation, compulsory, but offers tax advantages, and understand the use of personal trusts for investing. Elara's new wealth blueprint included a dedicated section for tax-advantaged allocation. She learned that it was more important to use these accounts than it was to chase an extra 1% return in a fully taxable account. The long-term difference was astonishing. Tax-free compounding of a $1 million portfolio could easily save the investor hundreds of thousands in taxes over their lifetime. The story reaches its climax as Elara, now a successful data consultant, uses her system to help her peers. The final rule she discovers is less about numbers and more about psychology and continuous learning in a world of constant financial change. Chapter 5. The Eternal Rebalance. Uncovering rule number 5, the lifelong learning principle. Elara noticed a trend among her friends who followed her advice. They successfully executed rules 1 through 4, but when their asset allocation drifted, e.g., stocks grew so fast they became 90% of the portfolio instead of the intended 70%, they panicked, or they suddenly tried to pick individual stocks based on a hot tip from a podcast. They replaced one type of emotional chaos with another. The discovery of rule number 5. Maintenance is the ultimate strategy. Rule number 5, the lifelong learning and rebalancing principle, the maintenance loop. Investing is not a one-time decision. It's an ongoing process of maintenance, learning, and disciplined adjustment. The rebalancing rule, at least once or twice a year, check your portfolio's allocation. If stocks have grown and now represent 80% instead of your target 70%,
You must sell some winning stocks and buy more underperforming bonds or cash to get back to your original, carefully chosen allocation. This forces the investor to sell high and buy low automatically, removing emotion. Stay skeptical. The world is constantly selling you the next big thing: NFTs, meme stocks, and ultra niche crypto. A beginner's ultimate defense is a deep skepticism of anything that promises guaranteed instant riches. Stick to your broad index funds. The annual review. Treat your finances like an annual medical checkup. Review your risk tolerance. Has life changed? Marriage, children, job loss? Are your goals still the same? Are you still saving for the same thing? Fees. Are you still using the lowest cost brokers and ETFs? Even 0.5% in extra fees can cost you tens of thousands over 30 years. By implementing rule number 5, Elara finalized the wealth blueprint. It was a closed loop: ready, diversified, patient, tax optimized, and continuously maintained. It was the anti-Wall Street strategy, a slow, predictable, and ultimately victorious path to financial independence. The conclusion. The wealth blueprint wasn't a magic trick. It was a disciplined system built on the foundational principles of finance, optimized for the modern digital age. Elara realized the greatest secret wasn't about complex market timing. It was about the courage to be boring and the discipline to be consistent. These 5 rules, born from a computational physics lab, offered a clear, actionable path for every beginner in the world's most dynamic economies, US, UK, Canada, or Australia, to achieve true financial freedom.